Literature.
Pages.
Authors.
Reading things. The Book of Dad and Sybil.
Hello, this is Sybil.
And hello, this is Dad.
It's my turn.
It is. Your turn to pick the book and your turn to say hello first.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Sybil, what book are we doing this week?
Girl in Real Life by Tamsin Winters.
Yes, absolutely. This was my suggestion, but it was very much a Sybil pick because Sybil you got another Tamsin Winter book for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got another couple actually. Didn't
Yeah,
you?
I got Jemima
Jemima Small versus the
Universe
Yeah.
and Bad Influence.
Yeah.
And Miss Nobody.
But you
wait,
don't-
that was and that was for Saint Nick.
Yes. But this was one you'd already had and you've read.
I got it at someone's birthday because someone had brought some old books over, and this was one of them.
Yeah. So we'll do a really brief plot synopsis, talk about a few things that we enjoyed. So let's start with a little plot synopsis. Sybil, can you give us the condensed version of the plot?
Okay, so there's this girl called Eva. So family, they're vloggers, but Eva doesn't want to be, and she's on 4.
They're approaching 500,
All about Eva.
500,000 subscribers, aren't they?
Yeah, and Eva doesn't want to be filmed anymore, but parents won't listen to her, so she sabotages the channel, and they stop the hacking every time. Then they go. I haven't mentioned Carrie's. She's the hacker.
Yeah. So at school there's a new girl, Caris, who's been kicked out of the posh.
Is it Carrie's?
I'd say I'd say
Caris.
Caris. Yeah, it's a Welsh name, I believe. Caris,
Okay.
Caris definitely is, and I think Caris spelled that way as well.
And then they go to Denmark. Is it Denmark? And then farmer, which means grandma in Danish, dies, and Eva makes some drawings about farmer, which is really private. Basically, his sketchbook is her diary, and the parents make a video all about farmer's death. And then the police come, and Caris and Eva get found.
Well, Caris gets found originally.
Yeah.
When
Yeah, but then Eva-
Caris says that she has done this all on her own. So they've deleted videos, they've posted videos about the channel being exploitative, and then eventually the police investigate because it's all about a loss of revenue for the channel, and then Caris goes, "Oh no, it's just me," and then Eva posts a video confession onto the channel. So lots of things to like about this book. We're going to focus on a few. So Eva's dad is Danish.
Very tall.
He's a very tall Danish man.
198 centimetres. It's said a lot of times.
Yes. Because he's Danish, we get some like colloquial idioms in Danish that
Like we shot the parrot.
Yeah. Some other Danish phrases. You stepped in the spinach, which
Boiled
means
cabbage.
you stepped-
Wait, not boiled. Boiled. No. Brown cabbage is a food, and it's said in Bronx.
brunkals, I think.
Yeah, brunkal.
The brown cabbage.
Yeah, that one. And boiled carrots.
Baked carrot,
Baked carrots.
like andescal.
How would that taste though?
I mean, it's just like baked, roasted in the oven. We do
Oh wait,
roast-
that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's more to it. I've not looked up to the recipe. But yeah, I like it. The food sounds okay. There's these little Danish pancakes that sound
yeah.
quite good. That basically her dad makes whenever he's trying to bribe her about the channel.
And they give her a tablet, an Apple Pencil. I got one of those.
You did. I didn't make you vlog about it.
No.
we do a podcast together. So I guess this leads into the idea of a vlogger. So somebody that makes video content about their own life. And there are, like, this is not fictional, is it? This is, I mean, obviously this story is fictional, but the idea of people recording their family life from their kids being very little, even before they're born, like documenting their life.
Yeah. I mean, we were just watching like a show.
Yeah, it's a
kid show.
It's even like in kids television. There's lots of things now that they're even like ending up on kind of Prime and on Netflix. Shows with kids as the sort of the protagonist, I suppose, and like showing their day-to-day life.
Tamsin Winters. I don't think she really does fiction a lot. I mean, she does fiction, but they're quite real scenarios.
It's like a kitchen sink drama, maybe. It's like a
soap opera.
Well, I guess it's got to be interesting and dramatic. So yes, in that sense, more maybe like a soap opera. But I think that, it's a very interesting take on that. And I think they often go through, Eva reads the comments on her channel, and there's a couple of comments that talk about the fact that kids can't consent to this sort of content. And there's some real breaches of privacy for Eva. Like, she gets her period, like, for the first time, and her mum, really wants to make content about it. Eva tells her no, but she goes and does it anyway. And then it references some of the other things that that they've not kept private. And the ultimate one is that when Eva's grandma in Denmark dies, and she makes the sketch of all the things that remind her of it. Daisies, the
soup thing.
The soup, the kind of the birds on the bay, because she lives overlooking a bay, like by the sea. And then her mum posts that on Instagram. And I think it's that overshare. And
also she posts something on Instagram on an unplugging day.
Yes, that as well.
While she's wearing a Highland cow thing.
Yeah, they go on a bike ride and they all wear quite weird and performative bike helmets. But I think this is the theme throughout the book, is that this is not a real life thing. Eva describes the channel version of her and the real version of her as being quite different.
I mean the actual title says "Girl in Real Life."
Yeah.
And it shows her wearing sunglasses and it says on the sunglasses "Online fame and real life pain."
Yeah. So I like it. I think that while it's a very extreme version of it, I think it's something that I worry about I'm going to sound really old now, so please forgive me in advance. I was of the generation where in our late teens we started to get social media. So like I was the generation when MySpace was a thing, and the very early days of Facebook. So
when did you get your phone?
My first phone, I think, when I went to high school. So similar age to when you got
in year 6.
When you got your first phone. But it and also having a phone at that point, like I was not connected to the internet. It was a phone that I could text on. Mrs. But in terms of social media, like the connectivity of stuff is great, but even as an adult, I think my generation's really guilty of pretending that we're okay on social media and we don't overuse screen and we don't overshare. But I actually think we're probably the worst generation for it.
Because this is all new to you. But we just grow up around it, so we get used to it. And we know.
I think it's talked about.
And we grow up learning about the safety on online. I was about to say,
it's definitely talked about more in school. But I think of points in to kind of take an example from when you were little, and you were quite ill, and I remember having sort of
Rapunzel
arguments with
Rapunzel. Let down your hair every single day, non-stop.
I watch Entangled all the time. I remember having sort of not arguments necessarily, but having to tell members of my family not to post about the fact that you were ill on Facebook and falling out with people over that, because I think there's a big culture of oversharing, and I think this book taps on that quite nicely. And I do think that the generation that comes after us and Sybil's generation will probably be more potentially more private, despite living their lives more online.
And also because, like, what do you find embarrassing? Every time I tell you something at school that I find embarrassing, you're like, oh, that's fine. Oh, that's fine.
Well, it is. What do you want me to say? Do you want me to say, oh my God, that's so embarrassing? I would
It is.
actually die if that happened to me. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, but some things are embarrassing.
Yeah, and that's okay. But I'm old. I'm kind of I'm not over being embarrassed. I'm not at all. Like, you never get over being embarrassed. I'm a very easily embarrassed person. So maybe that's just I'm just used to it.
I mean, if you share stuff about your life, I don't know. I have no idea what I was going to say, but it was something about at my school. People get embarrassed a lot, but the parents never seem to. So we might be a bit more private.
You might be a bit more private, yeah, as a generation. I hope so, because I think as a parent, I worry a bit about social media and the kind of dangerous effect of it. But I think I maybe implant a bit of my generation's worry onto that. Anyway, back to the story. I'd like some other honourable mentions. Some characters that I really enjoyed. I think my favourite character was Spud.
Yeah, I like Spud.
Spud is Eva's a close friend, a next door neighbour.
Basically a brother.
Yeah, kind of the closest thing that she has to her brother as a single child.
Only.
Yes, I do mean only child. That's a weird thing to say, isn't it? But he's very. He's not a normal kid necessarily, because he's very sort of nerdy and scientific.
He's part of nerdophobia.
He's part of the group.
I mean, that's weird because phobia means something who fears something.
Yeah.
So that would mean person who fears nerds.
nerds.
But they are nerds by the looks of it.
But Spud cares less about what people think of him, and he still cares because he's still.
Yes, he even offered to wear the avocado costume instead of Eva.
Yeah, Eva's made to wear an avocado costume in one of her videos, one of the many sort of embarrassing things that she has to do.
And the workout video.
Yeah, she's also made to do an 80s workout video in sort of spandex with her parents. So just to think about the fact that while we do a podcast together, it could be ultimately worse. We just talk about books and nonsense, really.
Yeah.
But I've never done it in an 80s workout outfit.
Yeah, and I'm just playing with the remote control car, but not the car bit. The remote control.
Just the remote.
I'm just spinning it around. I
think one of the reasons I got through this book really quickly. It's not like a sort of page turning thriller, but it's a very accessible read.
It was for me.
Yeah, well, look, and I enjoyed it, and I thought it's actually for something that is not aimed at my generation at all. I found it really engaging. But I said to Sybil a couple of days ago that I think the reason that I enjoyed this so much is there's a lot of similarities between Tamsin Winter and Jacqueline Wilson for sure. I
mean, I love I love Jacqueline Wilson's books.
Yeah, I think that Tamsin Winters feels like a more up-to-date. Obviously, Jacqueline Wilson is still writing, but I think that sometimes when she writes about more modern stuff, it doesn't feel as real because she's of a slightly older generation. That's not to besmirch her writing. Her writing is still great. I still enjoy reading it. But Tamsin Winters feels a bit more relevant to your generation.
Yeah, because most people in Jacqueline Wilson's book, they're probably around my age.
Yeah, I think they're meant to be your age, but obviously Jacqueline Wilson gets further and further away from that age. And I think she does make an effort to keep relevant to people of your age, but Tamsin Winter, it feels a bit more natural when she's doing that.
And then Tamsin Winter's books. It feels like she usually writes about teenagers and from their point of view. And I think I quite like that more than writing more than people my age for some reason.
That's fine. I mean, you're kind of looking ahead to that point in your life, aren't you? So, yeah. Scarily for me.
Yes, I'm one of the elders in my class.
Yes. I'd quite like that to slow down.
No thanks.
Please stop. Yeah, so
I'm up to your shoulders now.
Oh, I'm not. You can overtake me in height. I'm not fussed. It scares me, terrifies me that you are growing up. So we're not sure what we are going to do as our next read. Whether we...
Oh, yeah, because you don't really have a lot to pick from. Because you don't read, like, the stuff that I can read most of the time.
No, I need to diverge from my historical books.
Yeah, because
Sybil...
Because the last time I read something like that...
Despite the fact that she is...
It took me so long to get through it.
Yeah, I mean, but look...
I didn't even get through it.
Payback's different because it's like a sort of nebulous look at one particular topic, whereas a lot of history books, because they are essentially a long story...
The font is like 5 or like 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's tiny. I can barely read it.
So anyway, I think that it will...
Yeah, we need to wrap this up.
Yeah, we're wrapping up, don't worry. So we will... we might announce it in a short. We might announce it... Well, we might announce it, or it might just turn up next week with an episode for you to enjoy. So thank you very much. Oh, ratings out of 5, by the way. 5. Yeah, I would absolutely give this 5. I really enjoyed it. I got through it really quickly.
5 because it has like emotion, but it's also funny, and I feel like I can relate to it in some form as well.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It feels like even though she's in a very specific situation, a lot of her struggles feel very relatable.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm a girl myself.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not. I'm a 35-year-old sort of cisgendered man, but I think maybe it's my stunted emotional growth, and I'm a perpetual teenager, and I sort of feel the embarrassment and awkwardness of a teenager all the time.
Definitely on the inside, not on the outside.
Oh no! Well, I did get told today at school by my students that I look 40, and they weren't making a joke. They went, no, so we genuinely thought you were 40. So they've added 5 years to me. Lovely.
Have fun.
Thank you very much, guys. We will see you next week. Goodbye.
See you next week. Bye.